So another one, one I've heard before is trichodecaphobia or something like that, and it's a fear of the number 13, which seems odd, but whatever.
Well, there's also a fear of numbers in general.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if you were in prison, you probably have a fear of numbers,
Fear of math.
Or small pecker, you probably have a fear of numbers. So I don't have that. Well, I might have that. Anyway, so at any rate, derail a little bit.
You've lost me on that.
I lost on that one. Okay, so here's another one. So Eisoptrophobia, fear of mirrors. So I think that's a vampire thing, right?
Well, they can't see themselves in mirrors, right?
Yeah,
so why would they have a fear of it?
Yeah, they may not. So yeah, fear of mirrors. I thought that was odd.
Yeah, but that may go back to, because aren't there some cultures that, as far as taking pictures and looking in a mirror, they feel like a camera
steals
takes
your
your soul?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder if that has something to do with
with
that type of phobia. It might be a cultural thing.
It could be a cultural thing. It could be. I guarantee you, all the IG models out there don't have this. I'm just going to go out on a limb and make that.
There's a lot of people that don't have it that maybe should have it.
Well, there's that too. Yeah. Right. Okay, here's one we can spend a minute on. Taphophobia or taphophobia. That's not how it's pronounced. Sorry. Fear of being buried alive. So this fear arose during the 1700s at a time when the plague was rampant, and people feared doctors or medical, people were going to accidentally pronounce them dead.
Yeah.
So the whole fog of mirror thing, I hope you're not holding your breath at that moment.
Yeah, or the way the Schrutes handle it on The Office. Did you ever see that episode?
No. How do they handle accidentally being buried alive on the Schrutes or The Office?
They just shoot the son of a bitch on the ground just to make sure that they're dead. It was like, why did you do that? Well, we had a few instances where we had to move graves or cemeteries when we opened up the coffin. Huh?
Yeah, heavy sleepers.
But there were nail scratch marks on the inside lid of the coffin.
God dang, I tell you what. Have you seen, Ryan Reynolds, top 5 for me. Anyway, so Ryan, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like your top 1.
Oh, absolutely.
We have not had a podcast where Ryan Reynolds.
It was just that one
Ryan
time.
Ryan Reynolds or who's the other one?
Ryan Gosling. Come
on.
Remember, it's a sandwich.
It's a Ryan sandwich. Matt wants to be
it's a Matt sandwich.
Yeah, that's right. It is a Matt sandwich with Ryan bread.
But no, so Ryan Reynolds was in a movie, and it might have been called Buried Alive. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there in the socials can help me with that. But he was buried alive in this movie and had to figure his way out of this coffin underground. So what would you do if you woke up in a coffin underground?
What can you do?
Assuming Stacy didn't put you there.
What could you do?
I don't know.
So my biggest fear is drowning.
Yeah.
Or suffocating. So that would be like being buried alive would be right in that, running out of oxygen and like totally just gasping.
Well, the end's coming. There's no question about it, right? It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, it would not be good.
Yeah. So this one I've got here, this last one I was going to mention is actually one that I have. And I didn't know this was a thing, for decades.
Well, you told me about this. I was really surprised.
I know.
It's
it's weird.
I don't get it.
I know. I don't either. And it's no trauma or, nobody touched me weird when I was a kid or whatever. Sorry. So it's called submechanophobia. All right. So what submechanophobia is, you don't need to be laughing in the peanut gallery. What submechanophobia is, it's a fear of sunken or partially submerged man-made objects in water. Okay, so if we're driving down the road and I see off to the side in a little pond, like a canoe kind of part underwater, part anxiety through the roof. Oh, heart rate goes up. I can't look at it. It's weird. So I think, I'm not sure.
So you weren't touched inappropriately next to a lake or?
Well, I mean, through a lot of therapy, I blocked out church camp. But yeah, no, I think what may have triggered it is when I got married, number one, on our honeymoon, we had jet ski in the Bahamas, and we were coming around this tight cove into this bay. Didn't realize that's where all the cruise ships parked.
Right.
Came around a corner, face to face with giant.
Which also, if you've never seen a cruise ship in person,
And I hadn't at that point in life.
those things are they're freaking humongous.
Yeah.
They're like a skyscraper in Chicago or New York laying on its side with big propellers on them, but they're huge.
They're huge, giant things. So that might have been it, but yeah, it's a strange, it's kind of a weird deal.
Before that, it wasn't a thing?
I don't think so, but I mean, yeah, I can't see anything man-made underwater. I'll freak out. I was in St. Thomas Islands years ago and did an excursion, and you went out to this little tiny island as a snorkeling thing or whatever, which is fine. As soon as we get there, the guy over the PA goes, "All right, folks, welcome to Shipwreck Cove." We'll find out in a minute why we call it that. And my person at the time was looking at me going, "You're in trouble." And I'm like, "Yep." And I thought, you know what? Hey, how many times am I here? Not often. So I'm doing my snorkeling thing. A wave came in, cleared out all the silt underneath me, and there was a bow of a sunken ship. And man, I Jesus walked it, ran across the water. It felt like back to shore. Probably my pants.
So I'm trying, and I'm not saying that it's. I mean, you're entitled to whatever you deal with in that situation, but
I know.
I mean,
you make fun of it. It's fine.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just trying. I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to rationalize as to what, like, the ship's going to reach up and, like,
I don't know.
grab you.
Yeah.
Pull you
I don't know.
Water. I mean, what's it going to?
I mean, swimming near like a dock, like at a lake, or like anywhere near a boat,
like a beer can underneath the water.
That's fine. But much more, I'm out. So yeah, it's kind of a weird one.
So no docks. Can you walk on a dock?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'm not happy about it, but I'll do it. I know it's strange. It's strange.
Do you have anyone in your life that likes lakes or anything, docks, things like that?
Do what?
Nothing.
Okay. So I realized I had that what submechanophobia was actually a thing. One day I'm watching TV or something and half paying attention. There's a commercial that comes up about some ship, some oil tanker thing, and they say, this is the graveyard of ships or something. I look up at the TV, and there's this oil tanker, wickedly rusted out, half beached, half in the ocean, part mostly underwater. I like freeze up in my living room, and they say people who have an issue with this image may have submechanophobia, and I'm like, oh. And they went on to talk about it. I'm like, gotcha.
Submechanophobia, submarine.
Exactly right.
So we should go down into the Steamboat Arabia Museum and just go check it out.
No, but one last story, and then we'll move on. So another situation where this messed me up. I was at the mall, and at the Microsoft store back then, they had like a HoloLens, which is a VR thing, and you got their gloves, and this back when it was really expensive years ago. And you could try it out. And they had like three or four different scenes. One was shooting up aliens. One was a painting in 4D or something. And then all of a sudden it went dark, whatever, for the next scene. Came back up. And it's real dark. I see some bubbles. I'm like, that's weird. All of a sudden you hear a whoa, like whale sounds, right? Way better than that. And I look up and I see a whale swimming. And I look down and I'm standing on the deck of a submarine that sunk. I just froze in the middle of the mall, like waited for 90 seconds for the scene to end. I was out. My blood pressure was way through the roof.
So we know it would come out of the secret closet in Harry Potter.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be a sunken ship, apparently, or a dock. I don't know. Something stupid that I'd scare the hell out of me. So yeah, so there are a lot of weird phobias out there. There's lots also, we're going to talk about this today too. A lot of strange addictions.
Yeah,
not to mention the show. Sorry, odd addictions. Excuse me.
Some of these I just don't quite get. I'm trying to pull this up online. Yes, we actually.
So we were talking about this, and one that I've seen, and this was on the show, but one that I've seen was the coffee enemas. We sure do talk about a lot of poop on this show, but.
I don't.
Yeah, this couple, and I don't remember all the specifics, but this couple, like 4, 5, 6 times a day, they'd load up a bag.
A douchebag.
Thanks. I was going to say it because you're a douchebag. But anyways, full up with coffee, espresso, I don't know, latte. Maybe they're feeling a little spicy. Maybe it's pumpkin season, and then right up the back door and let her rip, and
the poop chute.
They get their coffee fix, I guess, which seems.
So are they doing it that's how they're getting their caffeine.
That's how they like
fill?
getting their caffeine. And I want to tell them you have another entry.
So they're not doing it for flushing out their system. That's how they're doing it.
I think it's part of that. I think it was started maybe as an addiction to enemas, and then they decided they wanted to involve coffee in it. And maybe the coffee is to help peristalsis, to get the whole system flowing a little bit. I would make my system flow.
Well, after like my first cup of coffee, my system's flowing. It's like kicking in.
Boy, if I smell the coffee. Anyways,
you start moving?
I start moving quickly toward the toilet.
So they had like the top 10 from that show that that I've come across.
Okay, let's talk about the top 10.
Now I will tell you, like before, so they say addictions. I kind of I take a little bit of an issue with addiction versus like something that you
Obsession?
just enjoy to do or you're obsessed with.
Yeah.
And it's like me. I'm a sucker for a good Dr. Pimple Popper show to go on.
Hey.
I mean, I'm not gonna
throw a good cyst on my Instagram feed. I'll watch it.
I'll watch it. Yeah. A big old whitehead that squirts up in somebody's face.
Oh man, some of those are
they just
foul.
about gag from how nasty it smells when it comes out because it's been there for like 7 or 8 years, and somebody finally yeah. I love some,
Well, I'm just glad there's not smell-o-vision or somehow through our phones or whatever, because boy, that's got to be rancid.
But some of these that are on here, I mean, that's more of a guilty pleasure, I guess, than an obsession or a
guilty pleasure, that's a good
or
way to put
something.
it.
But so the top 10 from the show that came down from a site called Screen Crush, number 10 was eating drywall. This woman on the show, and her name, what was her name? She's 26-year-old Nicole. She tears chunks of drywall off of the studs and eats it. Sometimes as large as 3-foot sections at a time.
Wow. I mean, are we talking half or 3/4 inch drywall?
It doesn't matter at this point, does it?
I don't know how you could, but you have to drink a lot of water or something. I mean, I don't know how the hell you'd be able to.
How does your body, most of the stuff on here, I don't know how your body is processing the majority of this stuff that's on here.
I mean, is she going to poop a house or something after it's done, or?
It's like our own little 3D printer.
Yeah. If she does like a cake stand of some Sherman-Williams, am I going to get like a new living room? Oh.
I was doing my 3D printer.
I picked up on that. Yeah, that's
number
lovely.
9 was eating toilet paper. So this particular woman, she goes through 4 to 5 rolls a week of toilet paper. Even to the point where she says, the hell with popcorn, I'm taking toilet paper with me to the movies. And she eats toilet paper while she's at the movies.
Yeah.
Clean toilet paper.
Well, thank you
I
for
just wanted to preface
clarifying that one.
It's not like she's saving it and putting it in the bag.
So, I mean, I'm assuming if she's on a diet, it's one ply, right? Or
I would
what's
have
the
to
story?
say, yeah, I mean.
All the way down to the roll? Like, are we consuming the brown
They didn't get into that.
center?
That very
No?
specific. But
Does she? No, here's the big question, though. When she ingests the toilet paper, does she pull from the top or the bottom? Because
it has to come over the top.
right. Okay. All right. I knew I liked you for a reason.
And for anybody that takes from the bottom, just so you know, if you go back and look at the original patent,
Cabana Boy takes her from the bottom.
you only said that because he's left the room.
I'll have to cut.
So,
Sorry.
going back to the list, number 8. Number 8 is called In Love with a Doll.
He's gonna kill
A guy by the name of Dave Cat, and yes, that is his name, Matt. It is Dave Cat, is in love with a doll named Sidor.
I saw this one.
They go to the store together. They go to the movies together. They go to dinner together. I mean, it's like she's freaking made of plastic, bro. Mm-hmm. So he said he also gives her foot massages, which is what she loves the most of all.
What kind of doll is this?
It doesn't say that it's like one of those.
It's not one of those sex dolls or whatever.
I would think that would have to be, right?
I think I remember this episode from, I mean, a long time ago. And I think it was.
One of the, what are they called? They've got
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sex doll. Real life.
Yeah, something.
Like I don't know. But yeah, I remember that episode, and that's odd.
It would help with the carpool lane.
It would help with the carpool lane. You're absolutely accurate with that. And yeah, I'm going to hold my comments because we have the girls here, but it would change some other things too. Make conversations easier. So,
Not good. My
Yeah.
conversations go well. Eating couch cushions is number 7. This woman, I don't even know what's in my couch cushion. Do you? Is it
I don't want to know what's
it
in your
like a-
couch cushions. Yeah, it's like a yellow foam.
This gal zips open it says she zips open the cushions on her couch, ripping out handfuls of foam from inside as a snack. And she's been doing this for 20 years. And God knows how many love seats.
Okay, so I'm going to share a weird story about that. When I was a little kid, and this isn't like a addiction or something, but my parents, when I was little, my mom made these giant body pillows, like these just 4 foot by 4 foot, just full of foam or whatever. And the one she made my dad when they got married had little tiny, like 70s little tassel balls all the way around the edge, just little decoration. And for some weird reason, when I was real young, I mean like 3, 4, 5, whatever, would pop them off, boop, eat them.
I thought you were going to say she made you one with a hole in it, special hole.
Oh God, no, that didn't come till way later in life. But yeah, so yeah, there's some. That's an odd one. So she's eating this couch cushion, so that's got to mess up your exit.
I don't know how everything on this list doesn't. screw
It
you up
has
physically
to.
at some
It has.
point.
Well, and I've seen some of these episodes again. It's been a long time, and they typically end up meeting with the doctor. The doctor says the same thing. Hey, you can stop doing that crap. You're going to hurt yourself. It's going to, because there's one on here I think where they eat glass.
Yeah, it's not on this list, but there is one.
Yeah.
So is dirt.
So I may get the pronunciation wrong, but I think that's called pyrea or something like that. But it's not uncommon for pregnant women to get the sensation to want to eat dirt. That doesn't mean they do. Some do. And I remember the doctor telling me, watch out for it. So it's that prevalent in pregnant women that you have to
Craving the taste of dirt.
it's an iron thing or something like that. I may have gotten that wrong, but it's something that effect, right?
Well, you were talking about when you were a kid. So my
Yeah.
mom has told me that I used to get the coffee grounds out of the trash can when I was little
Yeah.
to eat.
Ooh, really?
My brother would get my dad's cigarette butts.
Oh, oh man. Oh,
Not my thing, but
yeah. Not
put a
my
little
thing.
pinch between your cheek and gum there, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this like menthol cools or
No, he was a Camels guy. back
oh,
then, so-
hardcore. Right on. Okay.
So number 6 on the list is snorting baby powder. I guess like cocaine. So it's usually seen when you see a reality show that confronts someone about their addiction of snorting white powder up their nose, but that's an intervention. This is baby powder.
That gives a whole nother meaning to doing a bump off of somebody's butt.
Yeah, that goes in a whole nother addiction we're not going to talk about.
No. Yeah. Not today.
Well, this 28-year-old woman has a love for snorting baby powder. She's done it for 10 years or 16 years, up to 10 times a day. Takes a little baby powder bump.
I guess it's just for this. I mean, it doesn't. Baby powder smells good, but
Like, hey, baby, you holding?
right. Yeah. I see that Johnson's & Johnson's in your pocket. You happy to see me?
Exactly.
Happy birthday to me.
Well, number 5 on the list was drinking fingernail polish.
Ooh. Wait. Ooh.
Drinking like 5 or
Yeah.
6 bottles a day. This woman doesn't reach for a glass of water. She gets thirsty. She goes to the fingernail polish. And not only that, she prefers the taste of the blue shades or anything with glitter. So I don't even know how you get to the point where you're actually even thinking that you want to drink some fingernail polish.
And drinking a whole thing of nail polish, I mean, I'd have to imagine that's going to be toxic.
Well, I mean, nail polish hardens on your. I mean, I don't
No, I
know.
know.
What,
I understand the concept. Yep.
you have to be a dick, bro. I'm trying to
So
go through.
do you
the
think
whole
that she
process.
goes? So here's a question. All right. So for the ladies out there watching, do you think she drinks the JFO nail polish and then goes to the tanning salon? Do you think that hardens in her stomach? Girls would have gotten that joke. Guys don't, right? No. Okay.
Let me just say
Anyway, yeah. Under the UV lights, gel nails, I guess, harden or something. I don't know. How it
So
works.
I'm going to skip a couple of these
Maybe those are acrylics.
because they're weird. But drinking urine.
Other than in a dire, I'm in the middle of the desert situation. Right. Okay.
So now, granted, this one, she's 53 years old. She is suffering from cancer. But for some people who are trying to go through chemotherapy, she's decided to try something completely different by drinking her urine. So she drinks up to 80 ounces a day. But not only does
Okay, continue.
not only does she drink it, she brushes with it, and she bathes in it.
Oh, my God.
In lieu of doing chemotherapy or doing, so there's something that she's, and I'm gonna have to dig more into this story. And I'm not sure how old this list is because this show's been off for a few years.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if she's still alive. I'd like to see if the urine consumption paid off.
I don't know, 80 ounces a day.
Yeah.
I don't know. So here's where my head goes. Is she supplementing that from somebody else? That seems like a lot of
Well, no,
pee.
it says that she's drinking her own urine. But I mean, if you're drinking
that's
80
a half.
ounces a day,
That's not quite a half gallon. That's more than a half gallon.
Well, every time she pees, she's keeping it.
Yeah, but think of a milk, like a big gallon milk jug.
Oh, yeah,
if you had to fill that thing 3/4 of the way full, that's how much. I don't think I could fill up that much urine a
I
day.
don't know, since she's bathing in it too.
Oh God!
So she's got a lot of pee stockpiled somewhere.
I pray to God she's not eating asparagus too. So,
Oh my God!
I mean,
Yeah, not good.
right?
So the number one on the list was the car lover.
Yeah.
Which this one was really weird. Because a lot of guys love their car.
Not like this.
This guy loves his car. And it's a Chevy Monte Carlo, and he's named it Chase.
I remember this episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before you ask me, Matt, how much he loves his car, the question is yes. He has made love to his vehicle.
I hope he opted for that clear coat.
Yeah.
That's a Fargo reference.
Scotch guard.
Scotch guard. We should send that guy some Bondo for Christmas,
So,
right?
if you guys know of anything else, any weird addictions or anything, let us know in the comments. Send us a note. We'd love to see them and talk about them. Maybe explore them a little deeper.
I'm gonna have to find that series on streaming somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's TLC.
Okay.
I'll have to go back through and see. I think they may tell it. Does it tell it right here? Strange addiction.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it's probably TLC.
I think it's TLC. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
TLC.
Right. That sounds right.
My Strange Addiction. So you can actually see some of those stories that we talked about actually on that show. I'm sure they're archived. Probably YouTube's right full of them.
Oh, gotta be. Has to
anyway.
be. Has to be. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, we thought it'd be kind of interesting to talk about a few proclivities, phobias, odd addictions today. There's a lot of interesting things out there, and this just drop in the bucket compared to what's out there. So
and some that are
way out
actually
there.
able to
talk about. Yeah, there's
not knowing exactly
there's a lot of
who
them
the
that are
audience is going to be that listens to the
rough.
That listens to the show.
Make me blush, and that's a lot, right?
Yeah,
me too.
that takes quite a bit.
It does take quite a bit.
lie.
Yeah. So that was good, Andy. I appreciate that. That was good stuff. So we have done this before in our segments called Rapid Fire, where we ask each other some "Would you rather" questions. And today
we'd originally we're going to do it the way we always do it, where I pick my 5, you pick your 5, and we don't
surprises
share
to
them
each
with one
other.
another.
Exactly.
And then today we actually have some people here with us.
Yeah.
Our SOs, our significant others are here.
We have a couple ladies with us that are going. They have put together their own questions that they're going to ask.
They have, and we have not seen these questions.
Right. We have not.
Have not seen these questions.
So
without further ado,
you want to spin your mic over there and have her go over and ask you, and then her come over, and we'll go from there?
Sure. I'm going to move my mic up and over.
Or, yeah, you can do it that way. You may have to lean this way to.
So Matt is going to get his questions asked.
Oh no, I thought she's asking you.
Okay. Should pull your mic over.
I can't really get it more that way.
Okay, here are my first 5. So these are would you rather.
All right.
Right? Okay. So
Number 1. Would you rather have your heart broken or break someone else's heart?
I'd rather have mine broken than to break somebody else's.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay.
That was a good answer.
Yep.
Next.
No, I have 5. Do I keep going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
rapid fire.
Oh, okay. Would you rather be the most intelligent person in the world but never be able to communicate with others, or have average intelligence but be able to communicate effectively and build deep connections with people?
Yeah, the last one. For sure.
My God, their questions are way highbrow than ours were. Lord.
Deep to a little bit of a degree, aren't they?
All right, here's the good one.
Okay,
Would you rather get stuck in an elevator with your ex and their partner,
Oh.
or with with your partner and my ex?
So would I rather get stuck in an elevator with my ex and her new partner, or in an elevator with you and your ex?
Yeah.
You and your ex.
I knew the
Yeah.
answer to that.
Yeah. You and your ex.
That was a good one.
I have some things to say. Anyway.
Okay, would you rather kiss your ex or your mortal enemy?
My mortal enemy.
Whoa.
Ooh. Okay, here's the really deep question. I'm not sure you're ready for this. Would you rather have a pet dinosaur that's as small as a chicken, or a pet elephant that's the size of a cat? So that's a crucial
Dinosaur
question.
that's the size of a chicken.
Or a pet elephant that's the size of a cat.
It's like Journey in the mysterious island stuff here.
Any kind of dinosaur in particular?
No. Just a
Well-
pet dinosaur that's as small as a chicken.
I think I'd rather, 'cause you know, we all know elephants. I'd kind of like to have the dinosaur. I think it's the size of a chicken.
Yes!
I mean,
Yes, I agree,
with
babe.
the elephant thing. is
Yeah.
kinda-
Yes.
You'd be like, you want to see my dinosaur?
Yeah, exactly.
In a non-weird way.
No,
Good
he's
job,
not
Andy.
showing his dinosaur chicken to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You don't get to
Okay.
show your dinosaur chicken off to
Okay,
anybody.
so, okay, I'm gonna come over here.
Thanks, man. Oh,
Yeah, leave that there.
Are we so?
Yeah.
Are we
Uh-oh.
switching?
Okay.
My turn.
nice.
All
Oh,
right.
boy.
His are deadlier.
Okay, we'll see here. Okay, so would you rather have your name tattooed on your forehead or have no front teeth?
No front teeth. I can get dentures.
That's a good one.
Okay.
grow bangs, too.
Would you rather be stuck on an island for eternity, all on your own, or with someone you hate?
Someone I hate.
Really?
Loneliness is horrible.
But
Really?
loneliness with somebody is worse.
Okay. Would you rather have no sex forever or no meaningful conversations ever?
The boy's not talking for the rest of his life.
Baby, I knew the answer to that one. I did not question
What'd you pick? What'd you pick? What?
Oh!
No. You have
No,
to answer.
that's your
That's
answer.
the answer. He's not talking.
I ain't talking. I'm doing the other.
Oh. Okay, here's an easy one for you, hopefully.
well,
Would
yeah.
you rather give up your phone or only wear Crocs for the rest of your life?
Wear Crocs the rest of my life.
Okay. Would you rather be in a bad relationship for the rest of your life or have no relationship for the rest of your life?
No relationship.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer right there. Okay, girls, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Thank you for
Thank you. That was
welcome to the
fun.
show
Broke
and
up some stuff and
participating. That was fun.
I liked
That was
it.
good stuff.
Good
Yeah.
times.
Right? Good times for sure. So, good show today. Good stuff going on. We're going to get the full version of this pumped out to YouTube and the audio on Spotify. And God, we're all over the podcast. It's
Man,
Spotify.
there's still things we didn't even know that we were a
there's
part
13, 14, 15 different podcast servers or where the heck they're called that we're on. So that's pretty cool. So you can check out this the full version of this podcast here in a couple days on all those Spotifys and Odyssey and whatever those podcasts are.
of. And Podbean.
Yeah,
Which
is
is
another
one that's a
one.
weird
Yeah,
one.
they're all over the place. Yeah, Google Podcasts. We're iHeart Radio, Pandora, Google, iTunes, Spotify. You know, we're going to be on YouTube with this episode here in a couple days as well. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for everybody who was in on the live. We're going to continue to do lives every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central. And we're looking forward to bringing some great content to you. Do we know what next week's is going to be?
Hoping that it's going to be a guest, but I have not verified that yet.
We have a potential guest for next Tuesday night. In studio. So please do stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on that one. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for listening in, for joining us. We appreciate you out there on the Facebooks and the TikToks. Do like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. Please do on our YouTube, on all of our.
I want to shave this guy's head. Freaking
I know you want to bad.
Follow.
Yeah, thank God I've got a good melon for shaving it. But somebody's gonna be pretty pissed for a little while.
Yeah, she's not happy.
Yeah, my mom's not gonna like it. Let's wait till after Christmas. That'd really be helpful. But hey, you know what?
That would be a huge push. If we could do that before Christmas, that would be awesome.
The day, I tell you what, the day we hit 10,000 TikTok followers, episode off track. We will record you shaving my noggin.
Make it happen.
That's right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Bye. Woo.